Hey everyone, you are tuning in to the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for America's Got Talent. Tonight we are going to be chatting about the quarterfinals, and there were some technical difficulties in an escape act. There were some crazy dog tricks, and of course, cute singing children. Make sure you stay tuned, you don't want to miss it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for America's Got Talent. This is a favorite of all of ours, song-wise, so we're very excited to be opening this one tonight. I'm your host. My name is Dani Golub. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere at Dani Golub. Fellow co-hosts, where can they find you if they want to continue dancing to Jason Derulo with you?
You can find me at Anissa Barr.
Anissa doesn't look like she's dancing, but you can dance with Liza. She's distracted by the
I'll
lyrics.
dance for Anissa.
Ooh!
Yeah, I don't dance.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Tori_Broussard.
I do dance. I love this song. I think the lyrics are so profound. And you can find me on Instagram at Liza.Ruben or fat but skinny but fat.
We have our little toy back tonight, in case anyone missed it. We have our golden buzzer. So if anyone just I know we're past the golden buzzer phase, but if you just have a desire to just make someone win, hit that.
I think Anissa definitely needs to hit it tonight because she was not here.
Oh yeah, you weren't here, so
yeah.
Anissa has to give
Yeah,
one. Yours is a requirement, so I'm gonna put it there.
Okay.
You have to hit it at some point, and then do you want to do a trial run just so everyone can hear how it works? Anissa,
Yeah. Reach for the star.
let's hear it. So if you're feeling super excited or animated about an act, please don't hesitate to hit that button.
Right.
So let's talk about some of these acts tonight. Let's start with Mandy Harvey, who we haven't seen in quite some time. I always love coming back and seeing the original golden buzzers, not the judge cut golden buzzers, because we haven't seen them in literally a month. So I was really excited to see Mandy again. She is Simon's golden buzzer original. I think the OG golden buzzers are the actual golden buzzers compared to the judge cuts ones, which are when you get it in the audition, I feel like there's something really to be said about that. And Mandy is deaf, we learned in the beginning, and she's been singing original music. So I thought she looked so pretty. It was so lovely to see her with her hair and makeup done. She looked absolutely gorgeous. In my opinion, the song was a bit sleepy. I was thinking, if I wanted to journal and, sit on the beach, this is my type of music for that, 100%. Really good quality stuff for her own writing, and I think that, Grace Vanderwall really opened that door to being able to write your own music. We have two artists this season, the young man and Mandy, who both write their own music, so Grace really was an innovator in that space, because before that, we only saw people singing covers. But what did you guys think about the actual song itself and her performance?
I feel like I was watching a Mandy Moore type of
sad movie.
And I feel like I should be in the grass where it's 2001, whack ass.
Love the early.
I shouldn't be saying that word, but the silly graphics. But that's how I felt, and kudos to her because some people like that type of music, and that's totally
there's
fine.
for sure a market for it. I just don't know if AGT is that.
Yeah, no. I really liked her stage presence. I thought she was very real. She had a lot of confidence. But as far as her voice goes, I'm not a big fan. But like I said, her stage presence really kept me wanting more. I was intrigued, but I was
Yeah, I think she honestly gives me a little Florence Welch vibes.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it, and you guys, she really does have true talent.
Totally.
With her situation, and to be able to just feel the vibrations, to me, that's talent. And she has the passion to, completely just deal with the situation that she's been given and just do what she loves. And I think that it obviously makes her stand out, but it's, for me, raw talent. I love it.
Yeah, she has definitely pure talent in a very Taylor Swift kind of way, in my opinion, writing her own music and getting up there and performing, but doing that with an obstacle, such a challenge, is so much more impressive in my opinion. So I am excited that Mandy's going through. We get to see more from her. I'm hoping her next song may be a little bit more upbeat, but I was actually listening to the lyrics and I was really connecting with the song itself. I just think for a stage like this, to be able to compete with people let's just say Johnny Manuel, who is another singer. We could talk about him right now. He sang And I'm Telling You, and those two types of singers are just literally night and day, apples and oranges, but both great, but just so different. So Johnny was, standing ovation, similar to the judges. What do you guys think of him?
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was very I felt like this he came out more like with this song, and I feel more of his voice came out.
Yeah, he was great. I literally turned to Dani after I watched his performance and was like, I love him. Like, literally gave me goosebumps. His stage presence was great. He was confident. And his voice, it's just, I don't know if I just haven't heard a true R&B voice before, but that's exactly what he is.
Right, and it's crazy because this is the definition of someone that has amazing stage presence, and they don't need, per se, a band or backup dancers to kind of support that. Where with Mandy, I kind of wish she did have a band or some extra instruments that were supplementing her performance. But I didn't get time to stalk him in depth, but does anyone know if he's had prior singing lessons?
I'm sure he has.
Because he's a previous recording artist.
Yeah, and I honestly think that he's someone that I'm shocked. I think I said this last time he performed, but I'm shocked he's not on The Voice because he really seems like the right type of person for that. I every time I see him, I go, he might not make it to the very end of the show, but he is someone who would make it to the very end of The Voice because I know I've been a fan of The Voice and I've watched every season of that. So as have I with America's Got Talent.
Right.
And I know in terms of singing what does well on AGT and what does well on The Voice, and he does better on The Voice, and I feel like the casting people like must chat to each other, so I'm surprised that they didn't like pass him off, but like happy he's here, happy we get to talk about him.
Alicia Keys or Jennifer Hudson would love him.
Honestly, or like Team Adam, I could see it going anyway. But yeah, I mean, I suppose he's on Team Simon right now, which Simon's probably happy about.
I mean, everyone's on Team Simon.
Yeah, we love Team Simon. But yeah, so he's really good. It was nice to hear a man sing this song. I love when like you can switch the sex of the person covering the song.
Right,
I think that honestly is when it's easier to cover a challenging song like that. Like if a girl tries to cover like a Freddie Mercury song who's really hard to cover, I sometimes think that sounds better than a guy just because it kind of makes it their own naturally.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool to hear like a male perspective on this song because it is usually a woman. And while we're on the topic of singers, let's just like knock them all out. Johnny's going through, all the singers are pretty much going through, not every single one, but pretty much. Celine Tam, let's talk about her. She sang When You Believe. It was like a ballad. It had 1 million views on YouTube.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is she getting 1 million views on YouTube because she's 9 years old, or truly because people think she can sing?
That's the whole problem.
9-year-old
Is it the cute factor? Or is it obviously she has talent, but I've seen this before.
Exactly.
And personally, between the two of them, like I think the two strongest young singers are her and Angelica, and I'm Team Angelica at the moment. I think Angelica moves me more as an artist. I think that, I mean, it's not about the story, but I do connect more with Angelica's story, and I just think that her song choices have been stronger. I didn't know what the heck song this was.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
she sounded
Anissa's giving me dirty look.
Yeah,
I should know.
You guys should know this song.
I did not know the song.
Yes.
What song was
First
it?
of all, I thought it was going to be a Beauty and the Beast song because she was
dressed in roses.
Yeah, but
They put her in like an enchanted artist.
That set was amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
sound
all
like
the
a
sets
flower.
are. Yeah.
First of all, what the hell is she singing? Like that song is so strong that I'm sorry, I don't care how old you are, you should know how to sing that song. Simon
I also should probably look up what song
I
that
was
is.
100% with Simon. He was like, no, she did. The song was too strong for her. This is by Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
Their biggest duet together.
We should probably know that.
I know. It's literally what I was thinking.
Yeah, they did a duet together.
You know what? Honestly, maybe I didn't recognize it because it was not good.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
shade.
Throwing
Exactly.
shade. I'm throwing it.
How about
because,
that?
like, I
Yeah,
probably
the
have
reason
heard
why it
that
was
song.
not good because that 9-year-old girl sang it. Like, what the heck?
Oh my god.
That's
Poor
all-
thing. Okay, we like honestly. I'm not gonna bully you, Celine.
No,
but,
I'm
like,
not. But it's a song choice. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a song choice.
She should have stayed on brand and just done the Celine Dion thing and like had that be her thing. And like she did an amazing job her first time. She's gonna keep going through because she's young and she's getting a ton of votes and a ton of views. I don't think she, in my opinion, has the same like musicality and range as Angelica.
That's right. Hey, impersonators do great in Vegas, so she could be a Celine Dion impersonator on Las Vegas Boulevard, right by the Bellagio fountain where Winnie the Pooh sits.
But you know,
next to him.
yeah, she could hang there. But like I hope she's like does better than that because she's like a nice young woman.
Yeah.
But you know, while we're speaking about young singers, I do think that Celine is stronger than Evie. Evie Claire sang Wings, and she is very talented, but again, I'm a bit sleepy. You know what I mean? Like, with these young kids that are singing, like, I want to be knocked out of the freaking park.
Exactly.
And I feel like Celine was stronger than Evie, and Evie's still really strong, but like, I'm having a nap.
To be honest, I'm surprised she's gotten this far.
Evie?
And I don't know if it's because
Her story.
She's the one whose parents are going through a divorce, I believe.
Right, that too, but it's just like so, like, we haven't seen her in a while, and so when America votes, it's like, oh yeah, her. I don't know.
Right.
But she seemed really sad and just kind of like depressed. And I was like, what's wrong with you?
What I noticed is they kind of messed up the graphic where they put her picture in the little galaxy thing, and then they like took it off, and then they put it back on like 2 seconds later.
Live TV. Speaking of blips in live TV, why don't we segue directly into Damien Adita? He's our escape artist. This was so weird. So he had this box, and he was in this like basically coffin, if you call it, above these 3 like metal spikes and fire. And the thing was lit, and so if it fell, it was supposed to fall onto the spikes. It didn't fall.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It didn't fall. It was supposed to fall.
I was confused.
And that was a technical difficulty. I mean, for the first time this season, was with Mel B, because she was hitting her buzzer, and she was like, I don't even know what just happened. I don't want to watch Howie's like, there's something wrong. But I was with Mel, and then finally when they figured out what happened, because he popped up behind them, Simon was like, no,
the best was Simon just looked at him and just goes...
He like took one look at what just happened and goes like, X.
Honestly, Simon... I get aroused when you push the X.
But look, can we talk about how, if he was in the box, then how did he get out of the box with the box being still like that high? You know, like still tilted? I don't know. I just don't feel...
Yeah, no,
it was just weird.
It must have been like this is a guess. I'm not an escape artist, but it must have had something to do with like there's a hole where we don't like the audience can't see it, and then something with the black background. I don't know.
I kind of get what you're saying, because they do have mirrors that have reflection like that.
Guess.
Well, and like the last 3 times he's done this, he's been in some sort of box, gotten out, and done this exact same thing. We've seen the same trick 3 different times with 3 different scenarios.
Wait, my big question was where was the wife?
Oh, she was in the audience.
Everyone realized that chick was crazy, and that we did not want to see her fake acting anymore.
She was in the audience. They
said sit down, sit down, fake actress wife.
She was acting. She was fake acting.
And I can't believe he still wore his fake wedding ring.
Yeah. Like, we don't even know if they're married. I have a bone to pick with them. I spent a lot of time like going deep on both their Instagrams after this, and like, I mean, after the last time we spilled some tea on whatever happened in that weird relationship where she was like wailing in front of a hole. Like that didn't happen this time, and like honestly, something actually did go wrong this time. So I kind of wanted to see her reaction.
And she was like in the crowd, like,
she's like texting her side piece,
booking her like whatever
her next job.
Exactly.
What you would call it? I'm a little confused. I want to believe that this was like an accident, like because production was like, wait, this is like blah blah blah.
Tyra came out and said it was an accident.
Yeah, but also the production team even said something. So I was like, okay, but then again, I'm thinking, was this actually a whole act to get everybody confused?
I don't think so. I think he obviously was dead silent and so awkward.
Right. If
it was just like he blew the fire extinguisher. Yeah, and then they were just kind of like, what? It was so anticlimactic.
It was just weird.
Yeah. Well, the only thing with this is that whenever they have an escape artist like this that does death-defying tricks, they're such bad actors. Like Howie was like, "What is going on?" And then Mel B pushed the button. Howie was like, "You don't do that." I don't know. They like have to get them to talk it up, or else it's too over-exaggerated. It's too fake, and like. No.
And Tyra, like, narrating this thing on the beginning was making my skin crawl. She was like, tonight, Damien is going to be doing something that is the most dangerous trick he's ever done. She's like, there's this thing here. There's these 3 spikes. I was like, is she part of his act?
No, the entire time I was just like, where's the prompter? Like, how big is the prompter?
I also wanted to be in that audience to see how they, like, reacted and, like, to know how...
So something obviously went wrong.
Yeah.
Damien obviously is not going through. I'm not upset about it because I think, aside from the fact that his trick didn't work, because I don't think that's why people didn't vote for him, I think that people realize that he did the same act 3 times now. Like, you need to switch it up. And speaking of doing the same thing 3 times, I think that's why the Pompeyo dog family went home. Yeah. Not to be rude, because I love them. They are I love dogs, and so, like, I can get on board with dogs in any way, shape, or form. like, I love that they did the song Roar, but I did even write, like, same tricks. You know what I mean? Like, you saw the same conga line, you saw the dog fly over the thing, and I know they added, like, the hoop element, and, like, they added a few things, but, like, we've seen the same thing basically in 3 different iterations now with the same dogs, and so I can see why people maybe would lose interest. I personally did not, but, yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to call it PETA, because I feel like this is animal cruelty. And
The dogs, they're having so much fun.
I don't know about this. It seems like a dog circus. I'm sorry. If you're a dog, that's the last thing you want to be doing is dressed up in a zebra suit doing okay, I'm sorry, but one of the tricks was a wheelbarrow type
that was
and
so
the dog's
cool.
nose was actually in the other dog's ass.
Liza, that is a dog's favorite thing to do. Dogs love putting their nose in other dogs' butts. That's how they say hello to each
other. One is walking on its hind legs and the other one is walking on its front legs. I'm sorry. No dog naturally wants to do that.
Obviously have not been to my house and seen my 2 dogs play with each other because that is how they talk. They literally sniff each other's butts all day.
Frankie does not walk on his hind legs, and you know
Bucky
damn well
his
Bucky
butt.
doesn't walk on his front
That's
legs.
how they say
either.
hello. No, I get it. Like, sure, maybe it's not as much the actual performance that I'm concerned about. It's like, how many hours are these dogs being forced to train? That's the question. Like, are they doing this 24/7, like 7 days a week? Like, are these dogs like in circus boot camp? That is a valid question.
Right. I was confused because am I watching Lion King or is this a war?
It was Katy Perry.
Yeah, but come on. The dog was literally in a Mufasa outfit.
I know, and then
so I was confused.
That's fair.
But at the same time, go to a dog show. Don't be on
A
America's Got
nice
Talent.
organized one.
Yes,
The
on the
Westminster
USA
Dog
Network.
Yukonuba.
I love the Westminster Dog Show.
Oh, I used to watch all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's whole very different.
They don't dance on that. They just walk in a straight freaking line and back.
This just looked like an organized mess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It definitely wasn't as good as their judge cut performance. But I still really liked it.
I liked it. It makes you feel good. It's fun. I mean, Simon gave it a standing O,
yeah.
as did I think Heidi or Mel, one of the 2 of them. My dad watches this every week. Hi, Dad. He does not like the dogs and gave me. I gave them my golden buzzer last time. He's like, "What is wrong with you? Those dogs suck." He's like, "I fast forwarded through that." So I loved them. Sad to see them go. But you know, on to bigger and better things. Maybe like the dogs can rest for a bit now. I hope they get like a puppy vacation.
Maybe they'll be like rescued and dispersed. And
No, they don't need to be rescued.
guys-
The family seems to love them. It's
Exactly.
Just, it just
You
seems
guys are
like
thinking this over.
it just seems like they need a break. So that's fine. Hopefully they get the break they deserve. Next up was the Masqueraders, the Memphis singing group. They sang "I'm Just an Average Guy." Like, they're so cute and like should be singing like in a bar in Memphis, and like I would love to see them there. And I think they could like go on a tour around like, you know, like the Tennessee or wherever they are.
Go on a tour around Tennessee.
Yeah, like they could go to Nashville, Memphis, like different areas. I feel like people would like love them in that space. And I'm glad they've made it this far. They got to go to the live shows, which is probably bigger than they ever expected. I'm not shocked they're going home just because the talent is so stiff right now, but they're like seem like a really nice group of guys. I don't want to say anything
Liza,
bad about
don't
them.
you
They seem
love
great.
them?
I do love them. I love them. I
Cute.
want to hang out with them. I want them, you know, to perform at like my kid's bat mitzvah. I would have loved them at mine. I had a friend whose dad created a band and would tour around to like different things in San
cute.
Diego, so I feel like they might have
Yeah.
some success there. I feel like people would want them at their parties and their
Yeah,
weddings
totally.
and coffee shops and cool restaurants. So I definitely think they have a career outside of this. Do I think they're gonna go all the way? No. Do I think they're amazing? Absolutely.
They already got out, so they're definitely not going to go all the way.
Sorry,
ain't
they're not
going
gonna
anywhere.
go all the way. They're not going
But
anywhere.
they're going to go far in life. Question, what happened to your guy, the Subway singer? Where is he?
Mike Young.
Yeah, where is he? He should have been here this
he
week.
better be coming next week.
He made it through, and this was the second week of the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Where the heck is he? Are
Mike
we
Young.
missing
Wait,
other
wasn't
people?
he last week?
No.
No. Oh.
I think next week is semifinals, isn't it? Where the hell was Mike Young?
Mike Young, if you're
Did they
somewhere out
eliminate him
there,
and not tell anyone?
we want you to let us know that you're okay. DM us, post on
Specifically
Twitter, call us, text me.
Send like a pigeon
warning
with like
signal,
a note.
send a raven, whatever you can do.
Yeah.
Just let us know you're okay.
Just like a bat sign or whatever. Yeah, so we're not sure where he is, but maybe there is another week. Maybe there are more people we're missing. I just can't think of
Maybe.
it.
Yeah, I feel like we're missing a lot of people.
I'm just
Unless
forgetting.
a lot of them just got deleted.
Yeah, I can't think of them at the moment. But let's talk about something totally different. Let's talk about a magician, Erik Jones. He had this really cool card trick / poker chip trick where he could push things through glass. And I love magic, and I'm like, what the heck? How'd he do that? And, like, I don't want to know how he did it because I love magic, and I don't want to know how people do things, but, like, that was cool.
And he walked through the glass.
Yeah.
Like, is he, like, a hologram?
I don't know. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
But I really liked him.
He's fun.
No, I liked it. I
energy.
liked it. I just didn't like the whole curtain thing.
What?
Okay.
I didn't like it because there was this one show when I was a kid called like magician thing, and they show you how the magic really works. And
I don't want to know.
And I'm not.
So wait, do you
spoil it.
know how it
Oh,
works?
you
then?
know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Oh,
Is
no
it hard
spoilers.
or is it pretty simple?
It's common sense if you really think about. Like,
Don't know.
But
Some
like,
of our viewers don't wanna know.
it just seems like if I rather him if
Common
he's
sense.
able to do that with the card out of the glass like that, then he's able to
I'm really trying to think.
come
I
out.
guess I don't have common sense because I can't.
No, I really
No,
can't.
you guys,
even wrap
you
my
guys
mind.
have common sense. You really do. But like what I'm saying is like,
The
from what
trapdoor.
I remember, with that magic show that they were showing, it's like,
Wait, does it have anything to do with the two holes?
yeah,
Oh.
He said, like, don't mind those two giant random holes over there.
yeah. So
That's true. I would have been more
Yeah.
impressed if there was no holes. I guess.
so when he redid the curtain, I'm like, oh no, come on, dude.
Wait, my favorite part, Howie is just so, like, over the top. And he goes, Howie, is this your card? He turns to the audience, he goes, that's my card! Like,
Howie's so excited.
no shit, it's your card. Of course it's your card.
I
Like,
accidentally told my boss that he could be a stand-in for Howie, and I think he was offended. Oops.
sorry, boss.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a compliment. I think
No,
Howie's cool.
I think Howie's so funny and
Howie's
witty, but-
great. He's
yeah.
number one.
Yeah, he is. Howie's the
I
man.
was just like,
I
of
love
course
a
it's
fellow,
your card.
fellow OCD. Yeah, like, what is he going to give you some random? No.
Yeah,
No.
that's my card. Oh my god.
He's like a
such
kid.
a dad response.
It is. Like, either a kid or a dad. Like, I feel like a kid and a dad react to like, oh, yeah! Yeah, so he's going through, which is pretty cool. Speaking of people going through, I have to talk about, like, Simon's potential nephew. I'm, like, not sure if there's some
Simon's
nepotism
potential
here.
nephew.
Because Simon loves Merrick Hannah. Like,
I like him too.
I was like, is this Simon's, like, nephew or something? And he's just, like, not telling us. So I, like, for the first time this week, saw what Simon saw in Merrick. I, like, connected with him, and honestly, I know that people may not agree, but, like, the song was really good. I love Lost Boys, the song, and so, like, I think he really was able to tell a story this time, and the background was much more animated, and it was bigger, and I could, like, see how it could be a show more, and I thought his dancing stepped up. I, like, connected to the emotion of it a bit more. I think the last couple times I, like, didn't really get the robot story, but this time it kind of took it to the next level.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I, like, loved it as much as Simon always does. Simon literally was the only one giving him a standing ovation again, because he, like, literally, I swear, they're, like, maybe related. He loves this kid. I saw online, like, on AGT's handles and stuff, some people were commenting on, like, he's the dancer version of Grace Vanderwaal, and, like, so people were very excited about that. I don't know if I would go that far, because I think Grace is, like, top of the top, but, yeah, what do you guys think? I enjoyed myself watching it.
I like him.
He's cute.
Oh, I like his stories. I like the whole robot thing, and I hope that he continues with this robot thing, robot dance, and I hope we see in the future this robot grows with him and gets older. Not with him, obviously, because, you know, you can't grow as a person too quickly. But, like, with the robot, the next one, let the robot be in his teenage years, dealing with, like, obviously teenage stuff, and then maybe if he hopefully goes to the finals, he does adult robot.
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously as he grows, he'll get better.
Yeah.
Obviously with the dancing and just with the ideas. However, I think I would have liked to see him tell a story with a more current song. You know, like, I don't know.
But these are stories.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, technically all songs kind of have a story, whether you, like, agree or understand or like the story.
I'm learning now that Merrick Hannah is, like, pretty famous. He's on So You Think You Can Dance, like Ellen, Little Big Shots, AGT. He's like a Gap kid. He seems to, like, be pretty
So
successful.
he's pretty popular.
Yeah. Like, I didn't realize that he already has, like, he's a World of Dance person. Like, that's the background of his profile photo. He has, like, 150,000 followers, verified. Like, he seems to be pretty legit.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that
He'll have a
Simon likes
career
him.
for sure, even if this doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in. I honestly think this performance was, like, really cringe. Like, I was really creeped out. Like, my face the entire time was like,
Yeah.
I think there's like really no depth to this story. Like it can only go so far. It's kind of weird in a weird way. I also think that the background made his performance, like, it was better than his past performances because of the background.
Yeah,
and
the
the movements of the background. Otherwise, like, I'm honestly surprised he's made it this far, but with Simon's backing, even though I love Simon, I don't get what people see in him. I want to see different dance moves. He obviously is a good dancer and can do floor work, but weird.
Did you like his performance in the judge cuts?
No, I honestly can say I really haven't been a fan of any of his performances.
Fair.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of cringe, I cringed when I watched Mirror Image, the teen twins. I personally did not like them and was not sad to see them go. That was just, it was weird for me. They started off singing Freddie Mercury, which it is a challenge to cover for him. Like, I just feel like they were really pitchy and off, and like I just didn't think it was good. And then they like break out into dance. I'm like, I'm not watching a High School Musical. Like, I don't want to watch you like singing and dancing. It's like, pick what you want to do. Like,
Or do it at the same time.
It's like, what are you, a dancer or a singer? Like, just do.
You're a patron.
Yeah, no. They were really weird. They honestly give me the heebie-jeebies. Like, maybe they could have their own Disney show called, like, We're the Twins, or I don't know. Like, if that's, like, where they
Twin
belong.
time.
And, like, with the backup dancers, I was like, this is literally High School Musical. Like, I could literally flip the channel to Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, and I could watch this. I don't need to be watching this on America's Got Talent. Personally, it was not my favorite. It was like some sort of 90s music after, and I usually love 90s, and I was like, next, boy, bye.
You have to give them credit, though, for, like, stepping up their game this time.
I think they've gotten better.
It was a lot better
It's
than
not my favorite.
during Judge
How
Cuts.
have they made it to the live shows? Like,
Yeah.
where the heck is Tom London? And I'm not going to drop it because the fact that these two are dancing on the stage while Tom London's sitting in London probably somewhere.
I'm sure he's not just sitting in
Tom
London.
London is in London.
Tom London is like doing magic in a bar while these two are dancing on this stage. Like, give me a freaking break.
Yeah, I don't know what if the
Boo.
producers are keeping them there or the show's keeping them there. I don't know what they really
Why?
see in these twins. I mean,
America
do they have
got rid of them
talent?
the
Yeah,
second they could.
Sure, but I don't get it. Yeah.
They didn't go through.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. First of all, hello to everybody in the chat. I'm trying to like look.
Are they hanging out? What is
Yeah,
got any comments? Let's
Yes,
hear
we
what
have
they say.
some cool comments.
Ooh,
we have
cool comments.
Brett said that next week is still quarterfinals. So
Oh, great.
go see
So-
your boy.
Mike Young is
Mike
coming.
Young.
Is that Brett or Brent?
Brent.
Brent. Is it Brent Brown?
Yes.
Brent, hey, thanks for watching. We love Brent. He's a big fan. He's very good family friends with Grace Vanderwall, and said that he was with her last night, and she watches AfterBuzz. She watches our show.
Oh, yay.
Thanks,
Hey,
Brent.
Brent. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, friendship goals. Okay.
Yeah, right.
These kids, thank God. Oh my God. First of all,
Anissa has come out of her shell tonight, and I love this.
Oh my
version.
god, I love it when she comes at people.
I cannot praise the Lord that
They're
these
going home?
children are not.
These
First of all,
children.
you do not. Why are you dancing to Poison? You're only 17 years old. You probably don't know what Poison,
parents
the
made
song
this
means.
I'm like, oh, that's a cool song. I've
Yeah.
heard it before once or twice.
Yeah,
My
right?
parents
And
have
then,
played it.
of course, they did Jump by those. Yeah, Jump. Yeah. It's like. You probably don't even know what that song means. And, you know, if you put
Same
your
with
clothes
Freddie
on
Mercury.
backwards, then I would understand why you were jumping. But go away.
Yeah,
They're gone.
they're gone. Mirror Image.
Oh my
Go
God.
away.
The best birthday gift ever. You left.
Wait, I need to read more comments. I'm so
Yeah, let's hear what else people are saying.
Um,
Anyone else giving us any fun insight?
yes, Brent said, Grace says she likes Merrick. Merricka?
Oh, Merrick.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
said that, people were saying that Merrick is a, Grace Vanderwall of dance. Like I said,
Yeah.
I think Grace is a bit better at singing than Merrick is at dance, but I do think Merrick is really good, and I connected with him this week. So
Yeah, and everyone else says hello.
hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks for tuning in. Happy to have you with us. Please give feedback. Anissa will be keeping an eye on it. So if you have anything you'd like to butt in and say and tell us to hush up, please do, because we're not always right.
Yeah,
we're just
you guys
sharing
are part
thoughts.
of our show, so we like to hear your thoughts and
thoughts.
opinions, and we'll definitely talk about it.
On the robot theme, while we're talking about Merrick again, brobots and mandroids.
Oh, I did not see that.
either. Well, I'm gonna not even say a word. Let's hear from you
Yes.
first before
Oh my
I.
God, I like these guys. I
What?
loved it. Like the werewolf and then the vampire and then it's just, but then it kind of sucks how their thing was.
Wait a second.
I think
we're
we're
talking about two
we're
different
talking
things.
about two different
Yeah.
people.
Hold it. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I'm actually gonna move we're gonna move to what she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Light balance.
Yes.
Yes. I'm
Yes.
gonna hit the buzzer
Yes.
too for light balance. Oh. Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
3-person golden buzzer.
Agreed. 3-person golden buzzer for light balance because I can agree with you. We're gonna separate for a second. Brobots and Mandroids were a dance routine. I kind of felt like they were backup dancers.
Yeah.
Light balance was Tyra's golden buzzer. They were in the neon light outfits.
Maybe that's why I thought they were called robots because they look like
that's
They're
true.
all like honestly Tori and I had the same discrepancy when we were watching together because I was like, oh my god, have you seen Light Balance? And then she saw Brobots and Mandroids. She goes, Dani, I didn't think they were that good. So Brobots and Mandroids, not very good. We don't need to say anything else about them. They're going home. I kind of feel like they're backup dancers, maybe for Jason Derulo. Wishing them the best.
That's sad.
Let's talk about Light Balance
Yes.
because they were the best of the night. If they don't win the show, I'm gonna just mic drop and walk out. They were out of this world good, told a story. I would pay to see this in Vegas more than once. That is all.
And this, I believe that they had technical difficulties. This is what I really believed.
I didn't even
Wait,
know.
what do you mean technical
They
difficulties?
said Tyra came out and she was like, "Oh, we have literally technical difficulties. We cannot perform right now."
Yeah.
They were ready to perform, and she walked out.
I didn't even notice technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
never.
Yeah, and then they're like, "But they did have a pre-performance as a rehearsal. They did that, but also in a way, I think this was a blessing in disguise for them because who knows? What if they really could have messed up on the live show, and then having that footage really got them through."
Yeah, I mean, they were unreal. I mean, that coordination. How do you know where you're going in the dark?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, I think this is the first time we've really said we have a winner for America's Got Talent. And this is their second performance that we've seen.
Yeah,
and
because
every
they
single
were.
time it
This
blew
was
away.
one I was waiting for.
Yeah.
From the original Golden Buzzers, I've been waiting to see something else from them.
Yeah. They're not your typical dance crew, and they totally set themselves apart. So if they don't win, then America has a problem.
Yeah.
America's Got Problems.
I'm glad America's got problems. I'm glad that they made it through, even though despite technical difficulties, that was overlooked in terms of voting. I'm hoping that next time we see them, we will get to see something live and cool. Because honestly, this 100% is a perfect show for Vegas. Something people would pay to see. It's family friendly. It's exciting. You could always switch up the music to keep it modern. I just can't think. It's a modern day Blue Man Crew. You know what I mean? And the Blue Man Crew lives and lived so long in Vegas.
Are they still in Vegas?
I think so. Yeah. And it's that's obviously has other aspects besides just dancing, but this reminded me of that in the sense that it's timeless and can continue to evolve and get more innovative and again switch up the music to keep it current. So
Right.
Yeah.
2 Savage Boy 22 on the chat says Light Balance is the best act in the show.
Agreed.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
We second that motion. So the acts that are going through, we have 5 going home, 7 going through. I suppose we have then another 7 probably going through next week and another 5 going home. The ones that are going through are Mandy Harvey, the singer, Evie, singer, Light Balance, the dance group we just spoke about, Erik Jones, the magician, Merrick, the dancer, Johnny Manuel, the singer, and Celine Tam, the singer. So again, heavy on the singers.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of comments. I'm curious actually as to what people in the chat think about the amount of singers in the show.
Yeah, guys, let us know.
Yeah, I'm curious
trying to
because
read 'em.
I have read in the comments on AGT's page that people think this show is turning into The Voice, this show is turning into X Factor. I'm curious as to what people think about that because I know we've made a lot of comments about it being The Voice Kids sort of, which I mean with Celine and Evie going through it doesn't not feel like that, So those are our ones going through, going home. Pompeyo Dogs, Damien, Masqueraders, Mirror Image, and Brobots. The only one that I would say that I'm a little sad about is the Dogs, but that's just me. I don't think it's
And
everybody's
me.
cup of tea. Yeah.
I'm really sad.
I loved them, but
Dani said earlier, it really just made her feel good, and I just don't understand how Liza and Denise didn't feel the same way.
You feel good at the circus too.
that's true. And circuses are great.
I've never been to the circus, so
I went once when my mom was having my sister.
and I don't even go to SeaWorld. So.
Just an inside fun fact about my life.
Yeah. That's animal cruelty, SeaWorld.
Oh yeah,
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld was my childhood, unfortunately.
But that's-
because
She's from San Diego.
right next to it, and
And how do you feel?
I don't go anymore.
I went to SeaWorld camp, and actually they do a lot of really good things too, so I can't take that away from them. Like, they do a lot of rescues and things like that. I think they're actually stopping with the orcas so I can,
Yeah, my
just
mom
watch Blackfish and
also
get
left a
little-
kid there one time, so we never went back after that.
Get a little PTSD.
Brent has a question for
let's
you,
hear it.
Danny. Do you think Light Balance could do an hour-and-a-half show in Vegas?
I think so, yes. I think that it's like encapsulating and with different music and different stories. Like, they told the story this time, like you said, about the werewolf and the vampire. Like, I was captivated by that. And I think that it could kind of go for an hour and a half. It could tell a story, and like with different pop music, or like they could even have like a Michael Jackson themed one, which would be cool.
That one would be
That's
cool.
what
Did someone say that?
Yeah, someone said too. Savage Boy 22 mentioned that it felt like Michael Jackson in there.
Or they, like, I know like Cirque du Soleil has like a Beatles love theme, and like I feel like this could go down that road of like having different themed shows, and they could have the images sort of go, like I could see like a Thriller, like a Michael Jackson, like a really cool like lights on like sort of Halloween, and they could switch it up different times a year.
That too. What I want to see them do is like, I know it's really popular with like people these days, like best like group boy bands of like generations, and I think that's something they can able to do, like singers from generations in one, like pop people. But Brent says, yes, we love singers.
Yes. You know what? They could have like a Grace Vanderwaal hour and a half where they could do Grace Vanderwaal music. That would be. I bet you Brent and I will go see that show together. All right. Predictions. Okay. Like, let's say maybe besides Light Balance, because we all obviously love them. I always like to, just for purposes of being different, out of the others that are going through, who do you hope to see in like final 5? Let's just say
Merrick.
You say Merrick.
Yeah.
I say the same.
You do? Mm-hmm. I say Johnny Manuel, because I think that his talent is underrated this season, because he's being outshined by like little BB singers, but he's like so freaking good, and like I don't want him to not get the spotlight he deserves, because he's a really talented musician and could be a great recording artist.
Yeah, I agree with Johnny Manuel.
Cool
Beans.
And Mike Young.
Mike Young. We'll see Mike Young next week. Apparently, I made the small error of thinking this was the last week of quarterfinals, but I suppose we have next week, 2 weeks of semifinals, and then the finals. So we got plenty more time with y'all. Thank everyone for joining us in the chat tonight.
Yes, thanks, guys.
Feel free to continue the conversation with us outside the chat. Where can they do that? On social media.
You can find me at Anissa Barr on Instagram or Twitter. Yeah.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Tori_Broussard.
And you can find me on Instagram at Liza.Ruben, or fat but skinny but fat.
And you can find me everywhere at Dani Golub. Thank you all for tuning in on the live stream. And check us out on Facebook, YouTube, AfterBuzzTV.com. We'll see you guys next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.